Valorant players who find themselves prone to flaming their teammates, threatening to rage quit, or other forms of toxicity might want to rethink their behavior, as Riot Games will soon be recording your in-game voice comms. In a blog post on April 30th, 2021, Riot Games announced their plans to update their privacy notice, which included new permissions to allow them to start recording and reviewing your Valorant voice comms during a match if a report is submitted. After launching AFK detection, new penalties for lever offenses, and text moderation in February of 2021, Riot Games sees the implementation of voice comm reviews as the next step for improving player behavior in the Valorant community. According to Riot, they believe that having recorded player comms is a part of a need for clearer evidence in order to verify violations of behavioral policies beyond what currently exists. Riot assured the Valorant community that they will not be actively monitoring your live game comms, and outlined that their intent of recording your voice chat is purely for combating negative in-game activity. Once a report has been submitted, they will evaluate the comms that have taken place over the course of a match, and make a ruling on whether or not punishments are to be dished out. Whether this will be conducted through manual review or a combination of machine learning voice detection before reaching a human is uncertain, but Riot noted that voice comm files will not be kept on record and instead discarded after going through their review process. Having your voice comms recorded is a controversial idea to some players, and the Valorant community is split on this issue. Some initial reactions compared the system to a Big Brother type surveillance system, but others have counter-arguments about the privacy of in-game voice chat in general, as in reality you could be recorded at any time by anyone who happens to be streaming the game or recording the gameplay. Riot Games says it's well within their legal capacity to do so, as Valorant players are communicating via Riot-owned software. It is in their right to collect the quote, absolute minimum data for you to effectively run their games for the sake of player experience. In Europe, the General Data Protection Regulation law protects users from companies collecting and using personal data. A part of these protections allows users to request a record of the data that has been collected of them. In order to comply with these European regulations, Riot Games told Upcomer that they've been working with privacy and compliance experts. Once the new voice recording system is implemented in your region, EU players can go through a process to request your personal data, including all voice recordings stored at the time that your request is processed. An important note, Riot states that they have no plans as of this moment to adopt this type of player review system to their other titles, like League of Legends, and promise that the existing voice comm software will remain purely for party communication. While there exist steps you can use to protect things like your IP from prying eyes via VPN services, don't worry, this isn't a segue into an ad. Riot Games' suggestion to Valorant players who don't want to be recorded is to just turn off voice comms because you can't be recorded if you don't talk. There's no set time frame for when this feature will be added, but at the end of the day, Riot Games seem to be adamant to implement the system into Valorant. What we do know though is that the behavior systems for voice chat once further along in development will be beta tested in North America, before being rolled out to other regions, and that players will be notified in client before data collection starts. So what do you think about having your voice comms reviewed for the sake of combating player behavioral toxicity? Do you think that such a system is a step in the right direction, or does the whole concept feel dystopian? Let us know in the comments below. This video was made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. A massive thank you to everybody on this list, and shout out to Jason, Foxy, Lyra, Mauve, Nate, Nathan, Oshayo, Sierra, Shampoo, Weeaboo, Spartacus, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Noodles, Marco, Mookie, Daniel, and Juke for being diamond supporters. Thanks a ton guys, we really appreciate it. If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below, or join our Discord server. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Nikita, and thank you for watching.